part of, I feel like, the idea of LeBron retiring, because, like, besides the memes of him playing forever, like, we all know eventually every player retires. For some, there's different forms of retirement. There's just the players that were great and had to retire early, like Brandon Roy. There were players that played long careers. They just, didn't do a whole lot, like, I don't know, Kenny Smith or something like that. I feel like I've been seeing all these edits recently on, I'm gonna move y'all. I've been seeing all these edits recently on, like, LeBron's retirement. Obviously, they're, like, sad edits because, no matter, that's part of, the crux of what I want to say. Like, every player eventually retires. Obviously, LeBron's gonna retire. In a lot of people's eyes, he's the GOAT, especially, like, my generation. Like, he's widely regarded as the GOAT. I don't really feel like sharing my personal opinion on it because there's arguments to be made for, it's not, I mean, it's hard to argue something like that objectively. There's a bunch of different metrics to determine, who your GOAT is. But, I think that part of what makes it, besides him being one of the greatest of all time, I think, like, what makes it hard for our generation to see, like, a player like that retire is the fact that he connects literally every generation or person I've known. LeBron is just one of those figures, one of those things. One of those just, different, like, one of those just generational connecting ideas. Like, even Fortnite, something like Fortnite, that connects part of my generation with part of the newer generation. The generation before me, not really as much. But LeBron is one of those things that connects, almost every single relevant generation. My dad talks about him. I talk about him. I see little kids talk about him. I see the generation between me and my dad talk about him. He's just one of those figures, one of those symbols, hate him or love him, that connects all these generations. And I just think the idea of him retiring, wow. I just think the idea of him retiring is so, maybe I could sit up. The idea of him retiring is just so, like, horrifying to many because he was that figure that connects, everything together. So, it's one of those things like nostalgia, just when something like that, like when a player like that, obviously he's not gonna die or anything, but when a player like that exits, like, the public realm, like, it feels like we lose a part of ourselves, like a part of that connectiveness that we had, that, we were still clinging on to something that, was there, like when I was a kid, when I was 9, 2016, like, when all of that, like when I was first getting into sports and basketball, LeBron was there. I'm an adult now. LeBron's still playing. Eventually he's gonna retire, and that's part of the life. For one, life continues marching on, moving forward, and those symbols change, and we lose those symbols. We forget. Subconsciously, we actually don't lose those symbols. We just change what they are in our mind and feel like we lost those symbols. Those symbols simply just change with us as we go through life into different things that stand for stuff. So, like, something will come along eventually. Maybe it is Fortnite, if that doesn't die by the time I have kids. Like, maybe that's the thing that connects all these generations. It doesn't have to be a person. It can be an idea. Religion is one of those things that connected thousands of years. Now, I don't think it's the same thing at all as LeBron James. I'm just saying that, those things that manage to connect people to, religion's not a very good example because I'm talking about, like, things that you know, make us feel connected to who we once were. You know, just those games, those things, like Flash, like Adobe Flash. Whenever that died, I know that was a huge deal. Even though I'm sure that everyone who had used Adobe Flash, me included, hadn't even played a Flash game in like God knows how long whenever it died. But you know, it dies and they're all hoo 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 hoo. Part of the reason it died is because no one really used it. It became outdated. So it's just symbolic of, you know, how, you know, life continues moving on. LeBron isn't the best player in the league anymore. You know, things just, you know, life continues marching, things continue changing, and those connections that we had to what we once were, who we once were, fade away. And so yeah, that's basically all I had to say. I know it's been a while, but how it gone on recently? In a good way. I've really been living like really, like a really fulfilling version of myself, if that makes sense. Obviously, there are some things missing from my life that I yearn for. Spiritual connection. Always long for a deeper connection with people. Even though I feel like I have some pretty deep connections right now, I feel like I've gotten deeper connections with my parents, my friends, everyone. I really mean more of God. I always long for a deeper connection with Him because, you know, every time I make a mistake, I think about how I wish I had a deeper connection with Him because of what He's done for me in my life. I got a job, like an official job, not what I usually do as a job, which is like yard work and all that crap. Like, I actually have a job, so that's been keeping me very occupied. I've been working on a couple of projects for my YouTube channel, and it's really exciting for me. Like, spoiler alert, I have a couple of gaming videos that I'm trying to get uploaded. They're just so long. They're like an hour long. Even after editing them and cutting them down, they were like, I only cut like 30 minutes off of like something that was an hour and a half long. It's so long. There's gonna be edits, and it's gonna be like an actual edited video. I'm gonna figure out how to shorten it more. I want to get done like at least 45 minutes or like 30 minutes by the time it's all said and done. I have some golfing content coming. I don't really want to spoil anything, but there's gonna be a golfing video coming out soon, and there's gonna be a bigger golfing video coming out like right after that. I don't really want to spoil it yet before y'all see the first golfing video, just to see if it's like received well. I'm sure, like, I don't even care how my content's received. To be honest, I don't even have enough followers for it to matter. But like, I don't want to give it away just in case there is one person that actually like could look forward to it. So just be on the lookout. I'm gonna try. I scheduled, like, I work a lot, like 6 days a week, 9 hours a day. So it is a lot. Should probably be sleeping right now. It's 3 a.m. and luckily I work second shift, so it's 2 to 11. But yeah, I'm gonna be sleeping till a smooth 12. So I'm gonna have like an hour to get ready. But yeah, I've been working out a lot, climbing, all that crap, you know, just living life basically. I got a new car, a lot basically. I think it's been almost 2 months since I uploaded. I was in a really rough spot, maybe, or a month from now. I can't remember when my last episode was. I was in a really rough spot. Even if I don't like to admit it, I'm sure I'll look back at myself another month from now and be like, yeah, I was in a rough spot then as well. But I just want everyone to know that everything's situated, you know, on my home front. Like, I'm fine. This video was random. It's just because, like, I haven't, like, at one point in my life, I was getting a lot of nostalgia content on my For You page, and then I just didn't. And I think I've said it plenty of times, I always found myself to be a pretty nostalgic person. Like, nostalgia makes me sad, to be quite frank. Like, kind of breaks my heart when I think about me changing and getting older. It's really, really, really scary concept. I don't want to get older. No one does, really. But me especially. Like, I get really bad anxiety about it. But, yeah, I just started getting it randomly again. So like Satan always tosses you an obstacle for you to overcome, just randomly. I get over something and he tosses me something I thought I'd gotten over already from before. So I just pray God continues to give me the strength to conquer my obstacles. I feel like this video is a way of me semi-conquering this one. It was very random. Again, it's late. I didn't really have anything. I didn't have a script or anything. Like nothing planned out like normal. Just me yapping at a camera. But forehead. Yeah, hair's growing. Yep, blonde. It's like half blonde, half brown, dark brown now. I think the next. Slick back blonde coming in. I think the next stop for my hair. That looks ridiculous. I think the next stop for my hair. Oh, I just completely flattened it out. I actually had some texture before. I've been doing some new stuff with my hair, so it has like at least some texture, I think. The next stuff for my hair, I mean, honestly, I really want to dye it just straight black. I think that'd be funny. My hair is like pretty dark brown, but I really want to dye it just straight black and see what that looks like. Maybe my eyebrows as well. So what I've been noticing recently is that this eyebrow, I've always had this scar, but this one, I don't know if I scarred it or something. It goes like straight down. You can't really see it because of the lighting, and it comes back up. Speaking of, if you've seen K-pop Demon Hunters, the movie, absolutely loved it, by the way. It was so good. I've always kind of liked K-pop music, but K-pop Demon Hunters was really good. I love the music. Oh, I don't even want to speak about like who like my biases are versus the Shaja Boys and Huntrix, but like it was so good. I'll go at like, I think my bias for Huntrix is probably Mira or Zoe. I don't think it's Rumi. I love Rumi though. Her voice is amazing. Like the way she hits the high notes is different. Like it's just crazy. And then if I had to go for my bias for Shaja Boys, I don't really know. It's really hard. I know it's definitely not mystery or romance. I didn't really like them as much. Zoe and Mystery's thing was kind of cute. It's definitely not Baby. Is it Baby Saja or whatever? It's definitely not him. It's not Baby Saja or romance or mystery. It's between Abby and Genu. I'd probably have to lean more Genu just because he's such like a tragic character. Even though he put himself in that situation with the choices he's made previously, but still. I love Abby too though. He's so like, but the thing about Abby is that like everyone talks about, oh, he has so much depth, but not really. He's just like a pretty simple character, all about his abs and stuff, like all appearance based. So I'd probably go Genu for my bias and then Mira for my bias for Hendrix. But yeah, I love K-pop Demon Hunters. It was so good. Anyways, yapping master. This eyebrow kind of looks like Abby's, like, and ironically, it's so weird. This one's straight with the scar. This one, I can't fit it in. It's just because it thins out at the end. You see? Like, what is that? If I do it right, it looks exactly like it goes down like it's normal and then comes up like it waves at you. It's waving. Like, I look confused all the time on this side. Come back on Netflix. See? What is that, bro? Bro, Abby is haunting me right now. Oh no! He's gay, bro. Abby's Gabby, bro. I swear he gave, bro, like how Gina gave his soul to Rumi or whatever, bro. Abby did that to me, bro. Cause look, what is going on with this eyebrow? I don't trim my eyebrows. I trim the middle. Cause like I used to have this really bad, like this would grow out like really far. Like it was so unsymmetrical. I trim right here, but I do not touch. I'm too scared to do that. I don't touch this, and I do not do the slit. The slit's from a scar. Like, I do not touch above and below my eyebrows. So that's like, it's always been there. I just like, I've never really noticed. I guess because Abby has them like that, both sides, that I started like compare. And also, like, my eyebrows are pretty long, so like you can mess around with the hair on them and change the shape, make them wider, make them thinner. But yeah. Anyways, what a yap sesh. 15 minutes. I thought this video was gonna be like less than 5 minutes long, but whatever. Yeah, I think I'm gonna dye my hair straight black. I don't know. Would that look dumb? Or should I just let it go back to, should I let it go back to dark brown? I don't know. Feeling pretty unpredictable right now. It turns out I really like experimenting with my bodily, like my appearance. Like I want to get some tattoos soon. Some maybe like right here on my collarbones or along my shoulders. Not sure yet, but yeah. I'm so like depraved of like actually talking to like someone that I feel like I can just yap to, that I usually do that with these videos. So I thank y'all very much for being my yapping partner. This video started out with LeBron, went to K-pop Demon Hunters, went to some like actually serious topics in the middle, so it's just all over the place. I just want y'all to know that's how my brain works. Yes, I'm like this. I'm pretty sure I've always been like this. I'm a D1 yapper, born and raised D1 yapper. So yeah, be expecting some, I can't promise that it'll be out within the week, but I think within 2 weeks I'll have at least a couple of videos out. I should have a couple of days off. For some reason, like my schedule, they scheduled me a lot, but then they didn't schedule me for like an entire week, so. And also I'm going on vacation. Well, one of my vacations. I have a couple coming up that are really exciting, so I may do like a small vlog. I'll go ahead and spoil it. I think I'm going to Nashville for the UFC Nashville event. So I'm probably gonna do a small vlog with my friend and my dad. So I may do like a small vlog video of me going there. And then I have the big vacation literally right after that. If like the Nashville thing's on the 12th, I would have to I'm literally gonna have to leave the early morning on that Sunday and drive to Florida. So with my friend, because he's going to the UFC thing with me, and he's going to Florida with me. So that's the plan. But yeah, be expecting some of that content coming out soon. I'm gonna try and get one of the gaming videos up, because it's already cut up. I just need to add in some edits. Then I'm gonna do the golf, probably. Again, don't know why I yap so much. I'm just so depraved of like having a yapper. I need like a yapping partner. You know what I'm saying? So thank y'all for being my yapping partner, and I hope y'all enjoyed my rambling, and peace out. Good night. Make sure you drink plenty of water.